The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Good day from TFNN. Welcome to the August 3rd fabulous Friday edition of today's Trader's Ed Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes. And I know that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there's having a great morning. Let's make sure we have a great day. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the goodness in every situation. Today, you and I, we're going to check out the goodness in these markets. We're going to go see what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 9 o'clock in the morning. That's right. If you're listening on the 1 o'clock show, I'm taping this in Larry Pesavento's slot from 9 to 10. We'll try to make all the information, all the data we provide to you pertinent, even at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. In any event, I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, whether it's live or whether it's on Memorex. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Fabulous Friday. Of course, you can always reach out to us, 877-927-6648. Of course, if you're doing that between 9 and 10, you'll be able to get me. You can always send me an email as well, steve@tfnn.com. Just inside that subject heading, please put radio show question. And inside the Tigers Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead, as I say, get this show started on Fabulous Friday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. Welcome to the show. Right now, we got the Dow futures. They are back 11 points, trading out of 25,293. S&P futures are up 1. You've got the NASDAQ futures up 6. Russell 2000 down about 1. Gold is up $3. Silver up 9 pennies. Light sweet crude basically flat, trade down at 68.90. So we have a few things. So what does all that mean? You know, when I say everything happens for us, I truly mean that. You know, the reason that I'm here this morning, the reason that, and I used to do for many of you, if you're new and you don't know, for years I did the shows between 9 and 11 in the morning. Now, doing the 9 o'clock show, what that meant for me was I had to go out there and become a master of the futures markets. Before that, I wasn't. Before that, I was like many who just simply were taking a look at we'll say the index ETFs out there, the volume inside those, and making trading decisions. What I learned, so everything happens for you. If I had done that, my trading and my investing would have stayed as it was. Nowhere near as good as it is now. Now, that has been proven just simply by having a third-party timer digest just track my market signals out there, and that's how I attained the number one level. But the way that I did that was by learning, and I've always said this to you. I've shared this with you. You don't have to trade the equity futures contracts, but boy, if you're going to make trading decisions, you need to know what's going on there. Case in point, first question really inside the Tiger's Den. That was prompted by Maria. She didn't even know it was really a question, but she was asking the question, hey, is this an A to B equals CD to the downside in the ES? Or is setting up a potential Gartley buy pattern eventually? I don't know, maybe you said a Gartley sell, but maybe we're looking at a shorter term time frame. And then let's look at the daily chart. The question was, is the ES mini going to go back to its previous highs out here? Or was the high overnight, earlier this morning, I should say, really, maybe about an hour or two ago, was that the C point of an A to B equals CD to the downside? Or was it something else? Let's take a look at the equity futures contract yesterday, what it was doing. So you've got the ES on my screen right now. First, you can see it's trading right at about 28.29. You're going to see a green squiggly line on my chart out here. That's Stevie's red/green line. That's the oscillator on change line. Now, when price is above that level, I just simply want you to take a look back here. When price is above a green line, such as what occurred on July the 6th, price got above that level, it acts as support or resistance. What this communicated to you and I was that the ES mini on a daily basis had a rising price oscillator above zero. What does that mean? That means price is going higher. That means don't short the ES mini at that stage. Where is price going to? Well, you'll also see some black dashed lines on my chart. Those are our TAS profiles. In this case here on July 6th, it said the target was the top of that box. And that was about 27.75. The very next trading session, July 9th, price closed above that level. Basically, what the ES mini was communicating to you and I is it had broken above all resistance that we could have utilized to be able to figure out where price is going to. It's not up to you and I to have an opinion about the markets, although we do have opinions about the markets and we take positions on those opinions. But it's most important for us to take a look at what is the market communicating to you and I right now. It's now 9:11 in the morning, and it's basically neutral to bullish. Where's the neutral? The neutral is the mere fact that we're trading basically right at Stevie's red line. But if price closes over that level, and you can see that price is trading above the top of its daily profile, the black dashed line, here's my cursor over, that's about 28.27 is what we'll call it. We're trading at 28.29. Close over Stevie's green line today, close over the top of the box. So this is pertinent when you're listening to the show at 1:12 in the afternoon. You'll be able to go back, take a look at the ES mini, see where it's trading. And if at 1:12 in the afternoon it's trading above these levels, then I would say Maria's question has been answered by the trading gods, if you will, that price is going to go back to its highs out here. If price is trading below these levels and specifically getting back inside the box, so to speak, the TAS market profile box, that means below 28.26 and it's 1:12 in the afternoon and we're trading below that. That says price heads back down to yesterday's low. What you'll also notice on Stevie's chart out here is a red dashed line. That's the low of the trading session of July 17th. That is where price, in essence, found support yesterday. There were two support levels as price was moving down. That level, which stands for, that is a Tom DeMark setup trend line. Now, Tom DeMark has created this several systems out there. One of those, the setup system, takes a look at each day's price, each day's bar, takes a look at each day's close, and once it starts to obtain days where the close is higher or lower, in this case here in the market moving higher, the close is above the bar 4 bars earlier, gets labeled as number 1. When you have 9 consecutive bars, as the ES mini did on the trading session of July 27th, oftentimes when you get to that 9 count, the market is exhausted. Think of yourself, think of the market as a runner out there, and not the marathon runner, because the marathon is going to go beyond bar number 9, but just simply a sprinter out here. This says the market was sprinting. It got to that 9th count out here as it did on the trading session of July 27th. That happens to be our high. That's where price would go if it closes over those levels that we took a look at just a few moments ago. But in any event, that set up that support level, that little red dashed line, as well as the bottom of that daily profile. That's all you really need to know to be able to answer the question with regard to where's the ES mini going. So again, this is about 1:14 in the afternoon. It's 9:14 right now in the morning. If price is trading below 28.26, what you should anticipate is a move back to 28.09 next, 27.98, and then all the way back down to the low of July 17th. Otherwise, price is going to go ahead to the highs from July 27th, 28.47. It really is that easy. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. You're right.
The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the TAS Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary Power Law Vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Larry takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. So, we just kind of went through a set of tools that I use, and I think it becomes crystal clear with regard to what the market is communicating to you and I. Since it was a daily chart that we were looking at inside the ES Mini, it really becomes an end-of-day set of numbers out there. But if we just think of this game of calling the stock market, of trying to analyze what's the stock market doing, what you and I are always looking for is the market bullish or bearish? First of all, where are levels of support or resistance? If price is below all support levels, it's continuing to move lower. We can come back with other price projections, but just simply saying, hey, you don't want to be in a long position unless you've got some type of other bottoming signal that is out there. The same can be said about the markets moving higher. So what I did was I created that set of tools. The set of tools I just shared with you is the exact set of tools that I use to call the markets each day. Now, many of the technical, oscillator on change line, TAS market profiles, many of you out there just want to know that someone is using a standard objective way of being able to call the markets that has consistently worked and being able to identify which way the markets are going. You just want to know that. You want to have trust, right? It truly is about trust. And you want to be able to have trust. You want to be able to have confidence out there. And in order for me to provide that to you and to subscribers out there, that's why I went and made sure that the folks at Timer Digest were tracking my signals, because it needed to be a third party that could go out there and say, okay, here's where you rank amongst the nation's top market timers out there, because I believe it's horse, what I was going to say, manure, that you can't time the markets. That is absolute BS. Before Steve was sharing with you this information here. So what I did for those subscribers that don't want to understand necessarily the minutia, the technical aspects, this is my black box system. Now, next Tuesday, I'm holding an open house where I can share with everyone how these signals work, what they mean, how you can use them, because I provide these signals for many instruments out there. Some maybe I'll show or share with you during the show today. Here we're taking a look at the ES Mini, the gold contract, the 30-year Treasury bond, and you'll see the support levels that we were talking about. You'll see one says daily OUL support. That's the Stevie green red line. Right now, you know that's at 28.30. If price is above that and price is above the top of the box, 28, 26 says 70. It can't trade to 70, but if it's above that level, it tells you that you're in a breakout bullish mode out here. So that's the meaning right now at 921. In the case of gold, we're in a strong bear market. Why? Because price is below the support level. It's below. It's below the support level. There is no support level with regard to TAS market profiles. That's why it's blank. There's no other daily profile that exists. Let me show you. But however, what we can also see out here is that it's got one of these daily Rhodes momentum indicator signals. That would be a time where you're saying, now that's going to be an early piece of advice. That's an early possible turn inside of the market, the Rhodes momentum trading signals. So let's go take a look at gold, because Mike was asking, hey, what about gold? It's trading up 350. It's trading out at 1223. What did that mean, what we just looked at out here? Well, if we take a look at price moving lower, doing less relative energy, that's what it has been doing. It's been doing that in essence. The first day that that signal was generated was back on July 13th. Now, the key here is you see buyers and sellers have but one role to play for you and I, and that is to give us smoke signals. No, I'm just kidding. That is to generate a bullish or bearish candle, or no candle. But with regard to something that's moving lower, it's going to continue moving lower until you see the cavalry arrive, until you see the first bullish candle. You need to understand, you don't need to, but I'm suggesting for those of you that are technical traders, you really want to make sure that you know your P's and Q's. You know your bullish and bearish candlesticks out there. Right now, we don't have one. That's the first thing that's going to need to take place. Second, price is going to need to close over Stevie's red line. That's at 1221. We're 1223.50 right now. What is the next thing, or the third thing that would be needed in order for gold to find a bottom? Price would have to close above the bottom of its TAS market profile. Old support basically changes polarity. And what I mean by that is support then becomes resistance out here. So, and you can see that even during this pattern of price pushing lower, doing less relative energy, when we finally got a brand new profile that formed, this was out on July 20th, you can see how price pushed up into it. It did it on the 23rd. It did it on the 25th. It did it on the 26th. Old support is clearly new resistance. And that's up there at 1244. You're at 1224 right now. I know, and I do not, like, look, if you're an aggressive trader, you see a bullish candle today, you decide you're going to go ahead and go long gold. Oh, I can see the reason. Realize that you are absolutely not out of the woods until price can overtake a level of resistance that has proven to be resistance. The third time was the charm. And that level on this December contract is 1244 even Steven. The reality is 1248.70. The center line of that box is the price that gold would need to go over. So short-term traders, or just because gold's up $3 or $5 or whatever it might be up today, be very careful. Caveat emptor out there, because price would need to close above that bottom of the box in order to truly say that there's a bull run. That's one of the things that gold would need to do. The other thing that gold would be needed to do so you don't get caught into a bear trap is gold would need to be rising in every major currency. And by major currencies, we're referring to the euro, we're referring to the yen, and we're referring to the Great British Pound. Now, preferably in pound sterling out here, you can see that gold in those currencies is trading slightly higher. In yen, it's questionable. Just because a bar is green doesn't necessarily mean it's bullish, by the way, out there. So in the case of pound sterling, a close above 936.50, what that means is it costs you 936 pounds. We'll call it 937 here, so we'll just round. To buy 1 ounce of gold, whereas right now in the U.S. it's $1,216. I'm not talking premiums and so forth, just giving you the pure data. And euros, if you had euros, is going to cost you 1,047 euros out there. You want to see price rising in all these major currencies, because if they are not rising in the local currency, you might be a buyer, And I can clearly tell you, and you can clearly see who is the seller out there. And we're not talking Peter sellers. We're talking who is the seller, natural sellers. And so with regard to gold, Mike asked a question, is there a chance? Yeah, absolutely a chance. You want to see at least first a bullish reversal candle. Now, if today's close is above yesterday's open, we'll have a bullish engulfing candle. And yesterday's open on the December contract was 12.30. You're trading at 12.24. So a close over 12.30 would give you your bullish reversal signal. But just realize 12.44, 12.48.70 is significant support. There was a question about silver. If we take a look at silver, go look at its profiles. I'm going to go ahead and use the synthetic version of the contract out here because we had the contract roll over. It's going to try to, we're going to do that and populate the screen out here. You're looking for, so silver did find some support at the bottom of its box out here, 1526. But what you can see, we're looking at the daily time frame chart out here, and you can see that this is a bearish profile. Why? Because the center of the box at 1560, closer to 1568. Silver, to generate a bullish message for you, needs to close over $15.69. Not 1570. I mean, a nice close above that level to give it some room out there. Otherwise, it's just consolidating sideways and, quite frankly, a bear market. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow is up 13. S&P as the markets have just opened. S&P's up 2. NASDAQ 100 up 17. Russell's up 2 points. Leading the charge out here, you've got Take-Two Interactive Software. That's up 15 bucks or 13%. TTWO is the ticker symbol. Alibaba is up $1. That's not the second lead. And Sonos, which is a IPO, I believe, came out yesterday, up a couple of bucks. Do you have a Sonos speaker? I'm actually looking at some at changing out one of my systems, and have been kind of going back and forth between Sonos and Denon. So I've always used Denon for my my hi-fi equipment out here. I mean, great. They make great equipment, and they have their own speakers now. Pricey, but it's a good look. I live by one philosophy, well, many philosophies, but one of them is the way you do anything is the way you do everything. In the days when I owned businesses, if I was going to hire some key executives, I would take them out on the golf course, assuming that they played golf. It told me everything I needed to know about the individual, how they overcame a bad situation, whether they cheated. They count all their strokes. It just basically tells you everything. I do believe the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So therefore, I have a lot of trust and faith because the Denon equipment that I've always owned for so many years has always been reliable. And that's really what you're looking for. It's what I'm looking for out there. So the Sonos thing, I don't know. So Maria's got Sonos, says they're not bad. Yeah, I am looking for a sound bar too. To add to a new set. And but that's the decision. I've been in that quandary about really just, it's not like I need to do it, but I want to do it over the coming weeks or so. So I've just been investigating stuff and looking at different, sound bars that are out there. In any event, you want to know what's going on inside the market. So you got the Dow trading up 27. Let's take a look at some of the stocks that are moving both to the upside. And you know what? I had a caller late yesterday as we were getting off the air, and it was Victor in Paramus, New Jersey. He was asking about FCX. I believe Victor listens in on most of the shows out here. And so, Victor, one of the things, I wanted to make sure, and I didn't get a chance to share this with the listeners out there and you yesterday, when you are trading Freeport-McMoRan, you're also trading the Australian dollar. So you've got that currency, just like we looked at currency with regard to gold out there. What is gold priced at in euros and yen and pounds out here? If you're trading Freeport-McMoRan, it's more than just looking, in my opinion, it's more than just looking at the chart. You want to take a look at, you need to understand what's going on inside the Australian dollar, because will that influence the price of FCX? Yeah, you bet your sweet bippy. This chart here on the top panel is the Australian US dollar currency pair, and on the bottom happens to be Freeport-McMoRan, which right now is trading at, let's go take a look at it, is trading at 1565. Here's what Freeport-McMoRan did yesterday, Victor. Now we know it traded back into its swing point. Let me just pull my data box so you can actually see. So the swing point that we're looking at is May 1st. That had 19.4 million shares. And yesterday it came back with 20 million shares. So it was pushing lower with volume. Never tested the bottom. So it rejected the top of that swing point, but says that price is going to be back down there to test that level. And more likely than not, if it closes under 1530, because it's been pushing into that swing point with volume, it's likely to get down to 1464. I believe you were taking a look at it from a buy standpoint. So far this morning, what we can see is this little bounce to the upside has found resistance at its daily box out here, 1566. So, hey, if you want to be aggressive, then you can consider going ahead and taking a long trade on this, but not until it gets back inside that range, at least, of that daily profile. Otherwise, it's resistance, just like you and I looked at with regard to gold priced in dollars out there. And that's the whole thing. It really is. I've taken this market, broken it down to simplify it so that we don't overcomplicate things, to be able to understand whether an instrument is bullish or bearish, whether an ETF is bullish or bearish. That is the Stevie Black Box system out here. That is this that subscribers get. They get this and many other instruments out here. But if you're wondering, what is the XLK doing, the technology sector, this tells us that it's in a consolidation mode, consolidation bullish mode. We know where support is. It's at 72.28. Whoops, I don't know how I did that. And they've got resistance at 72.58. It's not, and another resistance level up above that, 73.46. So if you're taking a look at your portfolio, you have and you're trying to understand, or you're looking to add to something out here, and I'll show you which instruments are better to add to, or to either go long or short. I've got a system for that as well. It's really just to it really is to simplify things out here. Let's take a look at, as I said, some other stocks here that are moving in the marketplace. And we can do this again by taking a look at the 3 sets of profiles. So let's do this by seeing what is moving to the upside out here. Let's go take a look at, ABIOMed, ABMD. A Biomed, something like that. So this is up $13 right now. So ABMD, let's go to our 3 time frames out here. Now this ABMD, I believe, is a number 2. I got to type in the right symbol here. ABMD, it's the number 2 equity in the IBD 50, or used to be. Yeah, it's somewhere in the IBD 50. I can't tell you if it's number 2 or it's not. But as we take a look at this equity out here, what this did was it completed an A to B equals CD to the downside. Let me show you that pattern. Here we're starting with the actual high. Looks like it was a trading session of June 20th. The first move to the downside, this took place on July the 5th out here. And then it made a retracement back up to a high on July 24th, about a 0.786. It was really 75.29%. This thing made a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. That was 377.69. Look, if you're trading A to B equals CD patterns, let me give you the most sound advice possible. A 1-to-1 A to B equals CD only completes 60% of the time. So if you're going to go out there and try to buy or sell the completion of an A to B equals CD, you forget about this. Just go ahead and flip a coin. I know it's 60%, but you want to improve those odds, right? What you're looking for is an edge. I think what you're looking for is an edge. I'm always looking for an edge. I would think you're tuning into the show to look for an edge out here. Prices are going to continue to move lower until the cavalry arrives, until there is some type of bullish reversal signal. Back to ABIOMed, however you say it. Moves down to the 1-to-1.272 level. It actually did that on the same day, July 26th. Closes down at that level on July 30th. Bullish candle? No. A to B equals CD. That C to D leg, I like to take a look at price targets in the 1.272, that Fibonacci expansion, the 1.618, the 2 level, and then 2.618 as to areas of where price will move to. And until the bulls show up, you don't stand a chance. You don't want to get in front of that freight train. Well, the bulls did arrive in the case of ABMD. And they arrived on August the 1st. On August the 2nd, there was a brand new daily TAS market profile that also told you that 353.34 was support. Now what this equity has done, it's gapped up today, and the question is, will it close above the top of the box? The top of the box out here is 381.03. If it closes above that, prices headed higher to where? At least the gap to the downside, the high of July 26 at 415, even Steven. And if it closes below the top of the box, it's just consolidating between 353 and 381. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour, brought to you by Nadex. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Obviously, this is not Larry Pesavento's voice, but certainly one of his old-time students. No doubt about that. So I'm Steve Rhodes. I do the Trader's Edge show, which is being played. This is being re-aired between 1 and 2. So if you're listening live, this is the show that's being taped between 9 and 10. Earlier in the show, we were taking a look at the ES Mini to be able to provide you with, hey, is the market bullish or bearish out here? Let me go switch over and take a look at the actual daily indices so I can give you some levels and some lines to focus on and pay attention to. So let's take a look at the Dow Jones right now. If we pull over the Dow, I'm going to try to pull this over here. At this time of the morning with when trading opens up, I have so many different instruments that things just slow down just a tad while everything starts to update. But needless to say, what we can see out here with regard to the Dow is we can see Stevie's oscillator and change line. Green line tells us price oscillator is above zero. Right now, price is above that level. I'll give you the exact number out here. You won't see it on your screen. I've got that on a different screen out here, but I want to go ahead and give that to you. So if today, here's how you read this. If today the Dow closes over 353.42 to be exact. 353.42. Then what that's telling you is price wants to go and at least retest the recent highs out here from back on July 27. If price closes below that level, so now I'm talking at 4 o'clock, because it's a daily chart. It's a daily line out here. If price closes below that level, just as it did yesterday, just slightly below that level, and that was the first time that we've seen it close below Stevie's red line, green in this case here, since the July 6th time frame. That tells us that there's a further retracement that is underway. Doesn't tell us where to. Actually, the ultimate retracement inside the Dow on a pullback would take you back to this Tom DeMark setup trend line, and that's from the July 2nd low out there. So that would become the target. So it's really that simple with regard to paying attention to where the Dow closes and that specific number. I gave the ES Mini out, but many of you don't have access to the futures, but you do have access to the S&P 500. So let's pull this over here. We'll go ahead and give you what that level is. You can see that right now, as of 9:44 in the morning, price is trading slightly above that level. At 1:44, if price in that level, by the way, is 28.2963. Now, the penny piece of it is going to change. Even the actual whole dollar value could change, but it's 28.29. Use that as a number. If price closes below that, we've seen price reject Stevie's red line ever since the July 30th timeframe. Again, just kind of consolidating sideways here, but if it closes below that, says, all right, we still want to come back, some type of retracement that would be underway inside of the S&P 500. The other thing to really be watching for at the end of the day is going to be the spot volatility index. Right now, it's trading at 1216. It would need to close above 1363. 1363 is the 50-day exponential moving average. Right now, as we speak, the markets are relatively flat-ish, so to speak. When I say flattish, the Dow is up 40, the S&P is up 3, the Nasdaq 100 is in fact flat. If come 1 o'clock when my Trader's Edge show comes on, the spot volatility index is trading above 1363. I guarantee the S&P is going to be down 15 or 20 points or so. It would still be an end of day close. You close above that level, and then things will get romping and rolling to the downside. We took a look at where that ultimate downside objective would be. It ain't getting down there if price continues to close above Stevie's oscillator unchanged line out there. So these are the levels to watch at. It's not going to change substantially, maybe by pennies or something like that. So it doesn't matter whether it's 946 that you're listening to the show or whether it's 146. Those are the numbers to be watching and to take a look at. If we look at some things that are moving to the downside, let's take a look at VerX imaging. That's down 26%. Do we want to look at that? Yeah, let's go take a look at it. Don't think we ever have. VREX is the ticker symbol. And let's go see where this thing has pulled back to. Well, basically, nobody that's in this is in a winning position. Maybe a few traders. Here's the monthly chart. This is, of course, the gap to the downside. You can see this thing is pulled all the way back to the most previous low, which was in August of 2017. So I don't know what these guys do. But one thing is for sure, they're not making shareholders very happy. And with that being the case, those folks that are in this in the $37 area, and this is now at 28, are just saying, you know what? Just give me my money back now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they're saying. This has tested the swing point from August the 4th. That had 1.2 million shares. You've already done 509,000 shares. This looks dangerous. VREX almost sounds like a T-Rex out there. Also moving to the downside, you've got Align Technologies, ALGN. Let's go see what it is doing. ALGN. This thing moving to the downside. Volume so far behind it today, about 106,000 shares. Actually doesn't look too bad. What do you mean doesn't look too bad? It's moving lower, Steve-O. Well, when I say it doesn't look too bad, hasn't broken through a level of support. Its next level of support to the downside is going to be the 345.62 area. What we can see is that for 2 weeks in a row now, price has traded with inside its weekly box, its weekly market profile. So 360.32 is a real significant level of resistance for this week. If it closes above that level, good. If it closes below that level, then when it opens up the doors and move not just to 345.62, but over the longer haul, 315.39. Ticker symbol there is ALGN. Let's look at some things that are moving to the upside. How about Medifast? MED is the ticker symbol. I'm sure out with numbers or something. This thing is up with some decent volume for it. For it, meaning 116,000 shares. Nonetheless, let's go see what Med is doing and maybe where it's headed to. Again, MED is the ticker symbol. Well, whereas the other stock that we looked at, everybody was on the losing side, nearly everyone on this stock is having a party. And they're having a big party. Because it wasn't too long ago, and that would be August in 2017. It's now August of 2018, that this was trading for about $42. It's trading at $217. This is a much bigger move than Apple. That's for sure. Dollar-wise, percentage-wise, all kinds of wise, just in that short time period. So everybody in Medifast, what is Medifast? Anybody know? I'm sure everybody does know. It's just Stevie who doesn't know. Let's go see, what is Medifast out here? Is it a weight loss thing? Is it a Medifast? Engage in production, distribution, and sale of healthy living products and programs. Manufacturers weight loss, weight management, and other consumable. So they are doing muy bueno out here. All shareholders liking their investment inside of Medifast. Also moving to the upside, you've got Take-Two Interactive. TTWO is the ticker symbol. Let's go see what it is doing. What is it doing? Boy, what a wide range this thing has had this week. It's traded as low as 111. Today you're at 126, and it's traded up to a high of 130.43. It's retesting prior swing points out here. Will it hold? I don't know. Does it look bad? No, it doesn't look bad at all. And that is Take Two Interactive. Boy, you close over the price level of 128.70. And you've got if you got an A to B equals CD to the upside underway. Right now, 9:50 a.m., 1:50, you're listening to the archive show. You've got the Dow up 37, S&P's up 2, NASDAQ 100 back 8 points. Be right back. My dad, may he rest in peace, always had great advice, such as, if you want more, you have to become more. It's been a guiding light that has driven me to always be the best that I can be. When it came to trading and investing, I wanted more, and so I developed a set of disciplined tools that led me to become the #1 market timer for the S&P 500, according to Timer Digest. Dad went on to say, if you want more, you have to give more, which is why I took those same disciplined tools and created a black box that could look at any instrument for any time frame and tell subscribers and I whether it was bullish, bearish, where support or resistance was, and whether an instrument was forming a top or a bottom. The scans from my black box are now a part of the Mastering Probability service, which allows me to give more to subscribers. This coming Tuesday, August 7th, from 5 to 6 p.m., I'm holding an open house at TFNN.com, and I'd like to invite you to see the power of my black box. When it comes to trading and investing, I know I can help you become more too. Just go to the homepage of TFNN.com to sign up today.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. If you're listening, this is Steve Rhodes filling in for Larry today. Of course, if you're listening on my Trader's Ed show and it's 1:54 in the afternoon, this was actually taped at 9:54. How about that Chinese yuan out there? Just an amazing increase. We take a look here. Give me a second to, I'll tell you what the percentage increase was. This is now, that was 90, 1, 2, 3, 90. So 93 days, basically. The rate of change over 93 days in a currency, it's huge, was 8.76%. 8.76%. So I know that there's a lot of talk about the trade war out there. This rate of change of 8.7 has really taken the yuan almost all the way back to its previous highs out here from January 2017. So you talk about how a country is able to combat tariffs. And if the currency, which has been weakened, when we're taking a look at the yuan moving higher like this, the way that it has weakened so much, if the currency stays like this, and there is some type of resolution to the tariff schmariff stuff out there, you're going to see, in other words, you and I, Walmart is dancing in the street. They may not be coming out and telling you that. When Walmart is buying, if you go read their MD&A, their management discussion analysis out there, you'll see that much of their purchasing is done in the local currency. So it's done in yuan. They are just simply, they're just like, they may in one way say that they dislike what the current administration is doing. But I got to tell you, there is no organization out there, not that I know of, that buys more from China on a monthly basis for their stores out there. And I mean, it's huge what their purchases are. I think it's like, I don't want to misquote it, but it's something like 8 billion a month, something along those lines. You want to talk about a huge windfall. It's all about currency, folks. Pay attention to the currencies out there, and you'll do just fine. Thanks so much for joining me today. Have a fabulous weekend. I look forward to seeing you back on Monday. Magnificent, marvelous Monday. My normal show. Take care.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.